What if the secret to a longer, healthier life wasn't hiding in some high-tech lab, but was actually sitting in your fruit bowl? The search for the fountain of youth. It's as old as time, right? Well, today we're diving into a fascinating molecule that science is suggesting could be a major player. And believe it or not, its story starts with a fruit that most of us already love.
Okay, let's get right into it. This is a scientific journey that literally starts with food like pomegranates, but ends inside your very own cells. We're going to explore this really powerful compound called urolithin A. And this is the most important part, we're going to unpack what the human research actually says about its real-deal anti-aging potential.
So what is this molecule that has researchers so fired up? It's called urolithin A, and it is quickly, and I mean quickly, becoming a major focus in the science of not just living longer, but living healthier for longer.
Now here's what makes this so incredibly cool. Urolithin A isn't something you can just go out and eat. You won't find it in a pomegranate. It's what's known as a postbiotic. And that just means it's a beneficial compound that your own body creates after your gut bacteria have gone to work on specific ingredients from your diet. It's like a custom-made molecule, built by you, for you.
So how does this transformation actually happen? How do we get from a handful of walnuts to this supermolecule? Well, the creation process is amazing because it's a perfect example of this powerful partnership between the food we eat and the trillions of microscopic allies that are living inside our gut.
So the whole journey kicks off with a compound called ellagic acid. You'll find this stuff in a whole bunch of foods. Pomegranates are the most famous for sure, but it's also in berries, grapes, and even walnuts. The thing to remember, though, is that this is just the raw material. This is just step one.
Okay, this is where the magic really happens, right inside your own body. So you eat these foods, and that ellagic acid makes its way down to your gut. And there, specific types of bacteria in your microbiome, they act like this tiny biological factory. They take that raw material, they metabolize it, and they transform it into the star of our show, urolithin A. And listen up, because this is a huge aha moment in the research. Not everyone's factory is equipped the same way. Your ability to make this molecule depends completely on having the right kinds of gut bacteria. And get this, it's estimated that less than half of us can actually produce it efficiently.
Now that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does the hard evidence from actual human clinical trials tell us? Let's take a look at what a recent systematic review has made crystal clear about the benefits we can actually confidently point to right now.
So let's just cut through all the hype for a second. We are only looking at what has been proven to be statistically significant in human research. And what we see is that at daily doses between 500 and 1,000 milligrams, two specific benefits consistently pop up. The first huge finding is urolithin A's powerful effect on inflammation. Studies show it significantly lowers key inflammatory signals in your blood, things like CRP and TNF-alpha. You can think of these as the body's alarm bells that are just constantly blaring. And since we know that chronic, low-grade inflammation is a major driver of aging, a process some scientists have dubbed inflammaging, this is a really, really compelling result. And confirmed benefit number two? It's all about physical strength. The research shows a measurable increase in the strength of leg muscles, specifically the hamstrings and the quads. Now, this is incredibly relevant, right? Because keeping our muscle mass in function is absolutely vital for staying active and healthy as we all get older. Okay, this next part is super important. We need to draw a very clear line between the exciting, flashy results from early animal research and what's actually been proven in humans. This is where we have to separate the promise from the proof.
So, when you look at studies in animal models, things like worms and mice, scientists have seen some pretty incredible things. We're talking not just a longer period of healthy life, but a longer absolute lifespan. That's the promise. But the proof in humans, what we know for sure right now, is much more specific: reduced inflammation and improved muscle strength.
Let's be totally clear on this. While the potential is absolutely enormous, we do not have the scientific evidence to say that urolithin A extends human life, period. The data we do have supports its role in improving key markers of healthy aging, which is fantastic, but calling it a longevity drug, we're just not there yet. That's going to require a lot more research.
So, with all that in mind, where does urolithin A fit into the bigger picture? I mean, how does it stack up against all the other molecules you might have heard about in this whole anti-aging space?
So, urolithin A is part of this growing class of compounds that are all being studied really rigorously for their effects on aging. It's in the same conversation as molecules like NMN, which you might know from David Sinclair's work, resveratrol from red wine, and even the diabetes drug metformin. Each one seems to work through different pathways, and right now, researchers are trying to figure out which ones are the most effective.
But here's what gives urolithin A really unique advantage at this moment. Unlike some of the others, it has these two specific, statistically significant benefits on inflammation and muscle function that are backed by published human clinical trials. It's moved beyond just promising animal data into concrete measurable effects in people, and that's a huge deal.
And this brings us to a final, pretty powerful question. As science continues to unlock molecules just like urolithin A, how are we even going to define healthy aging? I mean, think about it. If we can systematically lower our inflammation and maintain our strength as we get older, we're not just adding years to our life, we're adding life to our years. The science is still young for sure, but the future of how we age is being rewritten right now as we speak.